5-time world champion.
บายบายกันเลยครับ
A dominant force in both Lumpini Stadium and Thai fight. A 9-year, 70-fight unbeaten streak.
ต่อยซ้ายเข้าตาครับ
For over 3 decades, Saenchai has been the ultimate showman in Muay Thai, battling and beating giants far above his weight.
สยามคนนี้กระโดดสับขาหลอก
Now at 44, he remains undefeated against Father Time, still producing highlight reel knockouts and outsmarting fighters half his age. Let's rewind the clock and relive the chaos, creativity, and unmatched genius that makes Saenchai the undisputed king of the art of 8 limbs. This is fighting his art. Let's go. Born on July 30th, 1980, Saenchai Saipong, who would later become the legendary Saenchai, grew up during the golden age of Muay Thai. At just 8 years old, he was thrown into his first fight, not out of passion, but as punishment for bullying classmates. Everything changed when he met Samart Payakarun, Thailand's first Olympic boxing champion and Muay Thai icon. Taken under his wing, 14-year-old Saenchai moved to Bangkok and was given a new name, Saenchai, which roughly translates to virtuoso. Guided by Samart's flair and IQ, Saenchai evolved into a slick southpaw who made roundhouse kicks and sweeps into weapons of art. His leanbacks, teep kicks, elbows, and lightning-fast counters became nightmares for opponents. By 2005, Saenchai had already carved his name into the Muay Thai world, taking on and often defeating larger, more powerful opponents with grace, speed, and unmatched fight IQ. But one name stood out in his early rivalry chapter was Kem Sor Ploenchit. Heading into their clash in 2005, the two warriors had already met twice, each walking away with a victory. Both of their fights were intense, tactical, and physical. But this third meeting would be different as Saenchai, now more experienced and lethal, came prepared to end the debate once and for all. From the start, Saenchai showcased the wizardry that would become his trademark with slick evasions, unpredictable angles, and masterful footwork. Then came the 4th round. With explosive speed and perfect timing, Saenchai executed a sweep so vicious and sudden that Kem hit the canvas hard and never recovered. Within a few years, Saenchai established himself as not just a fighter, but a legend cloaked in mystique. Every challenger dreamed of standing across from him, but few realized they were signing up for a masterclass in humiliation. In 2014, Craig Dixon, who was riding high after a thunderous 3rd-round knockout over Bo Suelek, believed he could be the man to stop the storm. Instead, he walked straight into the eye of it. From the first exchange, the fight was a cruel lesson. Saenchai danced like a phantom, making Dixon swing at shadows while countering with punishing creativity. Every move was a trap, and every kick a warning shot. His explosive push kicks sent Dixon flying, and his body shots took the air out of the Scottish warrior. Saenchai soon began disguising punches behind feints, confusing Dixon's senses, and his feet no longer listened to his brain. A high front kick from the depths of hell signaled the beginning of the end, as Saenchai unleashed a vicious barrage that left Dixon broken and bewildered.
แฟนมวยที่เวียดนามนี่อึ้งนะครับโอ้โหโดดจิ้มซ้าย
กรรมการสับแขนครับเมยครับ
By the final bell, the fight wasn't just over. Dixon's pride had been surgically removed by Thailand's finest surgeons. Saenchai and fighters like him are masters of deception. They are specialists in combat espionage, who dismantle the toughest warriors not through brute force, but through illusion, timing, and precision. And in 2021, Saenchai reminded the world why he belongs in that elite class with his ruthless Muay Thai performance against Barach, who was the first to strike, drawing blood with a sharp body kick. But Saenchai, as always, responded with flair and fury, answering with a trio of lightning-fast kicks that rattled the rhythm. Without warning, Saenchai defied gravity, launching himself into the stratosphere and delivering one of the most brutal head kick knockouts ever seen in Muay Thai history. The more you watch it, the worse you feel for Barach, who probably had to book an appointment with his dentist before he even left the arena. In 2015, Saenchai was on a relentless 7-fight win streak when he faced WPMF and ISCA champion Charles Francois, a towering and battle-hardened veteran with over 50 fights under his belt. Yet, even that impressive resume paled in comparison to the otherworldly experience of Saenchai, who had stepped into the ring more than 300 times. In this clash, it wasn't fighter versus fighter, but a rookie versus the final boss. From the opening moments, Saenchai came out sharp and surgical. He wasted no time asserting dominance, making the much larger Francois stumble, slip, and skid across the mat like a novice. Saenchai's movement was supernatural, and at times, it seemed as if he had vanished into thin air. The Thai legend displayed pure artistry, turning violence into spectacle. Then came the real destruction when a rapid left crumpled the French giant. When Francois struggled back to his feet, Saenchai punished him again with another brutal left that floored the giant again. Moments later, Saenchai unleashed yet another vicious strike, proving that no size difference could overshadow his brilliance. By the final bell, Francois wasn't just defeated. He was disoriented, cradled by the canvas like it was a place of refuge. Saenchai is the living embodiment of Muay Thai mastery, and against South African fighter Goomba in 2016, he brought the full package of power, precision, playfulness, and purpose. The bout opened with Goomba, landing a sharp check hook that momentarily connected cleanly. But what followed was the worst mistake he could have made, provoking the beast as Saenchai immediately responded by sweeping Goomba off his feet with surgical ease. Goomba tried to fight back, throwing shots with aggression, but the Thai legend remained calm and collected, barely flinching under pressure. With Goomba offering little in terms of real threat, Saenchai shifted gears from competition to domination. In the later rounds, he unleashed his fury, making a loud statement against a man many in the fight community criticized for his history outside the ring. They don't call Saenchai a superhuman living in the Matrix for nothing. His movement, timing, and creativity looked unreal. This wasn't just a win, but an artistic dismantling of another warrior humbled at the feet of a legend. In 2019, Iranian fighter Javad Bigdeli committed a fatal error in the art of Muay Thai as he mocked Saenchai. But in doing so, he didn't just challenge a legend, he invited punishment with open arms. Who in their right mind taunts a man who's made a career out of embarrassing the arrogant? But in Muay Thai, bravado has no armor.
เตะพื้นสวยครับ
Big Deli turned the match into a circus act, dropping his guard, sticking his chin out, and mimicking Saenchai's own techniques.
ดักขึ้นซ้าย
Saenchai just smiled and played along, always the entertainer.
ชุดครับมันเตะที่เข่าเพราะเขามันก็มี
But when the bell rang for seriousness, Saenchai answered.
ที่เท่ๆนะครับแต่พอต่อยในเกมสู้จริงๆทำเล่นไปแสนชัยยังมีสมาธิครับมีที่สุดครับตัวนี้
He dismantled the showman with clean strikes and untouchable footwork.
โอ้ยโอ้ยรับเหรอรับเข่าเหรอ
Then came the coup de grace in the form of 3 knees to the liver, a respectful yet ruthless 3-piece, and a soda that left Big Deli folding under the pain. Once again, the humble master silenced another overconfident challenger. Just weeks after dismantling Javad Big Deli, Saenchai stepped back into the ring, this time to face Tofik Abdulav in the finals of the 2019 Thai Fight 154 pounds King's Cup.
วันนี้ครับแสนชัยครับ
At this point in his career, Saenchai was regularly fighting opponents who were not only significantly bigger, but also nearly half his age.
กับทางด้านของโทฟิกครับ
But size and youth didn't matter, because what stole the spotlight once again was Saenchai's otherworldly speed, angles, and unshakable calm. At that moment, Abdulav should have exited the cage while he still had the chance. The Azerbaijani fighter came out blazing, like a lion ready to hunt.
โอเคครับไปชั่วหน่อยฮะ
เขาไปไม่ได้เอาเมียไปด้วย
But Saenchai, ever the matador, turned him into a house cat within seconds.
เกิดมาเพื่อจะเป็นนักมวยเลยครับแม้ว่ารูปร่างแกน่าจะเป็นนักยกน้ำหนักมากกว่า
He displayed unreal fight IQ, reading Abdulav like a children's book.
เทียบครับนี่ครับดูครับได้ดีด้วยนี่ฮะมี1มี2มี3ตามอย่างนี้คู่ละคู่กับ
And then, like something straight out of a Warrior King movie, Saenchai's knees exploded like bullets, dropping Abdulav and sealing another first-round finish.
ลุย
Even in the twilight of his career, Saenchai continued proving why he belongs in a tier far above mere mortals. But this wasn't the only time Saenchai reminded Tofik Abdulav of the gap in greatness.
ต่อยสิปุ๊บแทงเข่าตามโดยที่คู่สู้กำลังจะหายใจออกพอดีเฮือกเรียบร้อยครับ
แทง
โดนหัวใจฮะ
แทงเข้า
In 2023, the two met once again, and just like before, Saenchai made sure there was no doubt left about who the king of Muay Thai was. He didn't just beat Tofik, he stopped him in brutal fashion, turning the ring into a classroom and delivering another painful lesson in precision, timing, and dominance. At the age of 42 in 2022, Saenchai reminded the world that greatness doesn't expire. He closed the year with a knockout for the ages, sending yet another prime opponent, Elite Hongkorn, to the upper room in classic Saenchai fashion. Just 30 seconds into the fight, Elite was already tasting the mat, courtesy of Saenchai's timing and trickery. The Thai legend's unmatched creativity was on full display, weaving together offense and evasion like a magician in motion. In round 2, Elite showed flashes of bravery, stepping forward with confidence, trying to flip the script.
เข้าตรงกลางครับนี่ฮะ
It was admirable, but reckless. Because when you gamble with a counter-striking genius, you often pay in pain, and Saenchai made Elite pay with god-tier timing, unleashing a head kick out of nowhere that stunned the crowd and spun Elite's senses into oblivion. Elite was hit so hard that his eyes looked like they were watching 2 different fights. Saenchai is more than just a Muay Thai legend. He is a living masterpiece of martial arts. With over 300 fights under his belt and victories across multiple weight classes, he has defied age, size, and expectations throughout his career. Whether he was outclassing bigger, younger opponents or turning fights into playful exhibitions of skill, Saenchai's brilliance has always come from more than just power. It's his timing, creativity, and sheer fight IQ that have set him apart. He reinvented what it means to be a striker. From spinning elbows to gravity-defying kicks, sweeps, and taunts that disarm his opponents mentally before he finishes them physically. Saenchai's style isn't just effective, it's entertaining. Even into his 40s, he continues to dominate opponents half his age, proving that true greatness doesn't fade, but evolves over time.
นี่ครับเข้าตรงกลาง
More than just a fighter, Saenchai is a reminder that martial arts is not just about violence, but about mastery, rhythm, and beauty. So there were the scariest knockouts of Saenchai's career. Which one was the most devastating?
And that's it it's all over
Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you never miss out.
ท่านผู้บริหารทุกท่านเลยนะครับร่วมถ่ายภาพนะครับ